The Ink and Paint Club podcast is intended for mature audiences. These guys can't go about like 3 seconds without saying a swear, so, listener discretion is advised.
You're listening to the Ink and Paint Club podcast, your weekly home for animation reviews and discussions.
Alrighty, everybody, welcome to another episode of the Ink and Paint Club podcast. I am your host, JD, and I've got some very special guests with me today. Unfortunately, Kyle doesn't know dick about the subject matter for this week, so he decided not to be here.
Bastard.
I know, he's an ass. We love you, Kyle. But in his stead, Mr. Nolan is back.
Emphasis on special with me. Haha. That's the joke.
That got sad.
Yeah. Hi.
And joining us for the first time, Mr. Pan Pizza's here.
What's up, fellas? It's me, the Batarang from Teen Titans Go.
Yeah?
What's up, fellas?
Not much, Mr. Batarang. It's an honor to have you here. I thought it was Pan, but no, it's the Batarang.
Oh, shit, continuity error. I'm actually the Birdarang, because it's Robin's bird-erang, not a bat-erang.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I feel I gotta make that correction.
All right.
Yeah,
Sure.
But
yeah, so this is like a ambush podcast, apparently.
Yeah,
I told you, and you just didn't read it properly, sir.
So yeah, I'm just gonna be playing Spider-Man PS4 for the first time.
Hey,
Well, the second time.
Everybody's playing video games except for JD.
I'm not, because I'm just easily distracted.
JD has what we call professional integrity. Meanwhile, Pan and I are like, I like playing on my Xbox.
OG Xbox, to be exact.
I bought a Dreamcast, so I'm cooler than all of you.
Technically,
damn.
For some people, the original Xbox was considered the Dreamcast 2 for some people, like a spiritual successor.
I can see that.
Those people are fucking Melvins.
I mean, it's kind of true. There's some truth to that. Like some of the original the wiring. It's hard to explain, but they were gonna have a BMU unit for the original Xbox. There were a lot of Sega exclusives on there.
I mean, they put Shenmue 2 on there.
Yeah, and Toe Jam and Earl 3.
Oh, damn. But
Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Had a video game.
Right. So, the whole reason we're here. So we are going to be talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! The movie, Pyramid of Light, which apparently is 15 years old and makes me feel a little old, but, what doesn't these days?
Fucking boomer.
You know what? Yes. Yeah. I'm an old man. Get off my lawn. So I saw this movie in theaters when it came out twice.
Twice?
Yes,
Why twice?
Because I was a fucking weeb in one of the cards.
Damn.
Well, because the first time I went and saw it, I just went with a friend, but the second time, my poor family, I dragged my mom and my siblings to it, and they had no idea what Yu-Gi-Oh! Even was, so they were, let's say, very confused when they got out. I tried to get them to go see other movies, and it's like, I'll just go see the Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie, and I'll just meet you guys after, and they're like, no, we can go see it as a family, it's fine, and I'm like, I don't think you guys don't like this movie, but, here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are your guys' relationship with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Franchise?
Well, about that movie is my mom went to see it with me and she somewhat enjoyed it. She actually liked it. She hated the Pokemon movies that I dragged her to, but she enjoyed this for some reason.
Yeah, that's weird. I kind of have a similar experience, except
really?
I saw this with my mom, and I was having to explain to her the lore of Yu-Gi-Oh, which is as sad as it sounds. And I was like, Mom, that's Yugi. She's like, oh, okay. I guess.
Yeah, so sad.
Very good, son.
Yeah, that's great, honey. Can we leave now?
Oh, so sad.
Oh,
What our parents put up with as children.
Yeah,
Fucking
they put up with quite a bit. Yes, this is true.
they're fucking saints.
I wouldn't go that far.
yeah, it's a good thing Pokemon eventually decided, you know what, let's not put these in theaters, let's just dump it straight to video. And that's how I
Yeah.
watched Pokemon forever.
And now they just go on Netflix. Or their
Damn.
Fathom events, I guess.
Yeah. TV movies are dead.
It's true. That's why Rocco and Zim were on Netflix instead of on TV.
Yeah, if this was the 2000s, they'd be on in theaters and they would have like a shitty licensed soundtrack that's so fucking dated.
Hell yeah, man.
That'd be a good stuff. But Yu-Gi-Oh, like, yeah, my like I remember telling my parents about like, no, we gotta buy this rare card. It's really rare, and they're just like, dude, it's paper. Well, they didn't say dude, but you get the idea. It was just paper.
I would love it
to
if your
them.
parents just said dude.
Dude.
Bruh. That'd be a real bruh moment.
My dad bought me the Egyptian god cards, although I'm pretty sure they were bootlegged, but you know, who's counting?
Oh, that reminds me, like I remember going to Pizza Hut and they had like some sort of like not a slot machine, but you know, one of those things you put quarters in and you get a sticker. Well, they had stuff for Yu-Gi-Oh! And you got all the rare ones, but they were so obviously bootleg, you know, the holographic thing didn't have the eye in it.
Mhm.
You could peel them off. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, I think I actually got one of those too from like a bowling alley.
Oh yeah.
Oh, those things were terrible.
That's the only way to get an Egyptian god card.
You could be like me, and I bought the Yu-Gi-Oh movie Animanga, which
Manga?
is as terrible.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is a manga?
No, dude, it was so stupid because they literally just took screenshots for the movies and put like speech bubbles over everything.
Oh,
Those are
But it came with
those are
Nintendo
classic.
Power did it.
Yeah, those are
that's how-
classic.
That's as
But,
cheap as you can get. That's like when Nintendo Power just transferred the anime into comic book form, and they just took screen caps and added bubbles over them.
Pretty
Word
much,
balloons.
yeah. But I mean, the real reason I got it is because it came with a Slifer card in a sleeve in the back. But for whatever reason, and I'll still never forget this, is that for somehow the book I bought, the envelope that the card was in was glued in to the spine of the book and ripped off the side of the card.
Bastards.
It was such a
Damn.
dick move.
I can't believe
Come on.
I can't believe Scholastic would do this.
I guess Scholastics ain't fair.
It's true.
Nice.
Nice.
So, I mean, obviously, this was just like a filler movie, right? It didn't have any like actual implications on the Yu-Gi-Oh lore. This wasn't like when they started making those matter.
So I was doing a little research last night, and there's some debate on whether or not this is technically canon or not, because I know talking
Is this,
you know, big man here talking about Yu-Gi-Oh canon.
is this canonical or not? Answer me. Fucking.
But so what I was reading is that so when this came to theaters in America, it references like the end of Battle City, like that happened, but when this movie came out in America, the Battle City arc wasn't over yet, so it's kind of a spoiler.
Oh shit!
But like in Japan, which came out like 3 months after we got it, because apparently Yu-Gi-Oh! The movie was made specifically for an American audience, and then was like brought back over to Japan for them to redub it and all that. Which is kind of weird because like I couldn't really tell, but it's like I could swear all the lip flaps are actually synced up to the American dialogue, because I rewatched this last night in Japanese, And I kind of want to talk about the differences here in a little bit. But it's weird that 4Kids would just like have them specifically make a Yu-Gi-Oh movie of all things for America.
I wouldn't. It's not that surprising. They had God, what was it? They had Pokemon the movie be successful, and Yu-Gi-Oh was their other most beloved property, so it makes sense. And also,
like it makes sense, but at the same time, I feel it's kind of weird that it wasn't like Pokemon, where it's like they made it in Japan, marketed it to a Japanese audience, but then brought it over here later. Whereas for Yu-Gi-Oh, we got it first, and it was like marketed towards us, and then shipped back over to Japan, where they did all their stuff to it.
Mm-hmm. But also a thing with Japanese animation is that they always like animate first and then do the lip flaps after anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So that like there's rarely an anime that's ever pre-scored. Like I think Akira is an example of one of them. I don't know any other ones off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a stupid idea.
It does. I don't know why they do that, but they do.
Just the cons problems.
I don't know.
It's because they're lazy.
It's lazy.
Fuck, where was I going with this?
Yeah, where were you going with this?
So like I said, I watched this in Japanese for the first time last night, and if I remember right, because I didn't have time to like watch bits and pieces of the dub, but in the Japanese version, it's like the entire score is redone, and I feel like the American anime has some kind of like has a little bit of more actiony kind of a musical tone, but
Not
watching
surprising.
the Japanese, the Japanese score for this movie is actually almost somber, and almost kind of sad. So it's like when you're watching the duel between Yugi and Kaiba, like I feel like a lot of the punch is taken out of it, because it's like it doesn't have like this epic, like actiony music like it does in the American version. It's like kind of like this really somber orchestral score, and it's interesting to see just like how just by changing music can really kind of change the tone of a movie like that.
Yeah, it is surprising, especially since like 4Kids is pretty notorious for constantly changing score things that you know.
For sure.
I just tread off. Sorry, but
well, I guess I don't know, because like I remember watching that movie in theaters and felt kind of depressed watching it, or just I don't know, somewhat miserable. Where it's like, damn, the world's ending in real life. Is it? If I go outside, is it really like all shadowy? I don't know why I had that thought watching it.
damn,
I was an idiot.
Did this movie fuck you up or something? Like, are you okay?
It's not as bad as like Rugrats the movie.
No, Rugrats.
Oh yeah, that movie gets bleak. There's attempted baby murder in that movie.
Yeah.
Why would Tommy do this?
Because Tommy's an asshole.
He did it. He knows what he did.
No, I can feel that. I mean, once you get towards the end where like Anubis actually shows up, it does kind of get a little grim, where he like turns into the fucking giant dog monster and is gonna fucking end the world. So I can kind of understand that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I think they did pretty well capturing kind of the feel from the show, translated into a theatrical, kind of into a theatrical. What's the word?
A magnum opus, as it were.
I would not even go that. I would not go that far as to say
it's a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece.
I would say this is like an arc of the show condensed into an hour and a half, is what I would say. And we all know how the Yu-Gi-Oh anime, how redonkulous it can be. So
Did you just say
It's all the.
did you say redonkulous in the current year?
Yeah.
I did say redonkulous in the current year, and
Wow.
I don't, and I have no qualms about that.
All right. Well,
I own up to being an old man.
I guess.
You fucking young kids, get off my lawn.
Get off my fucking lawn, bitch!
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, a lot of the movie is basically just like one duel strung along with some interstitial bits in between to get to the next one.
Like the only thing I really remember from that movie is the scene where Atea is falling into like a pit of mummies or something, and she fucking double kicks both of them.
Sure does.
That's all I remember. Like I remember even my mom loving that scene.
That was like MCU feminism before it was cool.
Yeah, that's what we all aspire to be.
Oh damn.
MCU feminists?
I don't know, man. I played Spider-Man 4 for the first time.
How is
Oh,
it?
damn.
Oh, I actually played it yesterday a little bit, but yeah, it was so cool seeing the intro and it just cuts to like gameplay, and then you have that pop song playing. It's like, whoa,
This is the 90s, bro. Ah,
yeah. This is the Sunset Overdrive we deserve.
it is.
Damn.
Yeah.
Sunset Overdrive sucks.
No, yeah, it's all right.
No, it's not.
It's got rail grinding.
The soundtrack's okay.
Yeah.
But,
is which soundtrack is better, Sunset Overdrive or Yu-Gi-Oh?
Sunset Overdrive.
yeah, that's not even a contest there.
Yeah, it's got the song where it just sounds like people yelling. Yeah.
That's so inspecific.
Yeah.
No, the original songs they made for Yu-Gi-Oh here in America, it's like all kinds of terrible.
Oh man, do you remember like McDonald's had like this promotion where you go there, you get 3 cards or whatever, and you also get a soundtrack CD?
Really?
Yeah,
it's called
I do
Music
remember
to
that.
Duel By.
Oh yeah, the music to duel by.
Yeah, you had songs like "It's time to duel and there's no backing down. The heart of the cards is where magic is found."
Yeah, that's probably about right. Just remember like this butt rock song towards the end of the first season where Joey and Yugi have to duel each other. It's those broy songs.
Yeah.
We're the best of friends, and now we have to fight each other, but you're still my best friend. Yu-Gi-Oh, bro.
Wow. Nolan, you just sung that note for note.
Had to have like one of those like 2 of the main characters fighting, like Joe and Matt in Digimon.
Or Pikachu and Clone Pikachu.
Oh, you know what bugged me about that fucking clone fight in like this first Pokemon movie?
That they didn't fucking kill each other?
No, I feel like good Charizard should have just like fought like, I don't know, one of the smaller Pokemon and killed them.
Oh damn.
You know?
I mean,
instead of like,
I guess.
Why fight your equal when you can fight the weaker one, you know?
And win.
Yeah, that's what Teen Titans had that situation, and they decided, hey, let's just kick each other's ass, each other's clones' ass. You know, Teen Titans was the only one to do that, as far as I know.
Teen Titans is brave, is what we're getting at.
Yeah, it was an apocalypse episode, so it was extra hardcore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pinnacle.
I thought you were about to say critical, and I was like, hey everybody, it's critical. But yeah. Do you remember when Kaiba first got onto the got into his jet?
Fucking jet.
Say if I were you, or tell me what you do.
I fucking like, even as a kid, I fucking died when that happens. It's like, even as like a middle schooler, I realized that was the dumbest fucking thing I could have ever seen.
No, that's wrong, because it was fucking epic, and Kaiba.
Okay. A question dawned on me rewatching this last night. Why is Kaiba allowed to, one, make that jet, And 2, why is he able to make all of this technology that interfaces with a card game that he does not own?
Licensing.
Shut the fuck up.
Is Pegasus licensing this shit out? Does he license the Blue Eyes jet?
It's basically one big homebrew.
Yeah, the jet is fan art.
Yeah, it's public. It's free use. It's satirical.
Pegasus is like, fuck it, you can do whatever you want.
It's fair use.
My jet
bro.
is fair use. My jet is fair use. Pegasus, get fucked.
Oh.
I want to see Kaiba argue copyright law.
Oh.
Yeah,
Because you know he would
Kaiba gets sued, and like he has to like
defend himself in court over fan art.
yeah.
My jet is fan art.
My jet is awesome, Pegasus.
God. Man, Kaiba's such an edgelord.
He may be an edgelord, but he's fucking cooler than all of us.
I mean, yeah, he is the coolest character, but he's also an ass.
Dude,
He's always like so butthurt all the time.
who else wanted Kaiba's jacket? Be honest.
That was a pretty rad jacket.
Hey, I got a question. Why is Yu-Gi-Oh so short? I mean, like the character Yugi short.
I don't know.
He has dwarfism, probably.
It's dwarfism.
Like I thought he was like some sort of kid that's smart enough to be in the higher grades. I
Like
assume that's
smart
what it was.
guy.
Yeah,
like he skipped a grade or something. Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if they ever actually explain why he's so short. He must just be short. Because like everyone else has like anime high schooler syndrome where they're actually 25, which is why everyone's like 6.5 foot tall. But Yugi didn't get that. He remained
he's still trying to
actual
with
high schooler height.
I'm glad we solved that mystery.
Mysteries being solved is what we do.
Together.
Togetherness. Gonna crack the case. But yeah, seeing the I like I said, I did go see the movie twice, literally just so I can get the cards for this. Which I think the only ones I still have left are the Sphinx cards. Because I don't know what happened to fucking Wadapon and the Shining Dragon.
That's a good question.
That Shining Dragon is broken as hell.
Is it?
I don't know. I felt like Kaiba was just making up.
I mean, they all were.
Yu-Gi-Oh was a broken game.
Just completely just whatever they felt like it during the season.
Yeah. If the writer is caught in a pickle, just play Pot of Greed.
Oh.
If you need something, just play Pot of Greed. It's fine.
Dude, okay, so like in the last year, I've rewatched the entire original Yu-Gi-Oh series and like boredom mostly. I was like mostly white noise late at night. But then I also oh, it gets sadder, don't worry. I actually also watched all of the English dub of GX plus part of the Japanese only 4th season. But the reason I'm relaying this information to you because it is almost a drinking game for how many times someone in GX will play Pot of Greed and tell you what it does. Almost twice every episode.
Pan, can you believe this shit?
Did Pot of Greed just give them like 2 extra cards, or what was that?
That it gave them 2 extra cards. That's all it did.
But everyone always has to tell you that.
Well,
every time
not everyone has watched every episode in a row, you know.
Well, I mean, it would happen multiple times an episode.
Doesn't the rule book say, hey, when you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh, you got to announce what you're doing out loud so everyone can hear?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, see, it's part of the rules.
When I was younger and I had the Egyptian god cards, whenever I had a friend over, we'd each like pick one and then discard the other so it was fair. And I remember that my friend did this fucking galaxy brained move where he had Slifer and he did a move where he sacrificed a couple of his cards to activate a spell card that allowed you to draw as many cards as you wanted into your hand from your deck. So he drew his whole deck and he attacked me and won. I was like, motherfucker.
Shit.
I got fucking destroyed,
Damn.
Oh man.
but it was awesome.
That's a pretty sweet move right there.
Yeah. You know what else is a sweet move?
What's
These
that?
nuts!
Oh snap!
Oh god, dude, fucking owned. Ah!
So did Chaotic become the Yu-Gi-Oh killer?
It wishes. It fucking wishes.
No, it was Duel Masters.
Oh shit, Duel Masters, yeah.
This is getting like really fucking like deep cut here.
That show was like an abridged series before abridged series.
If you guys really want to know how lame I really am, I think I actually bought Duel Masters cards when they came out, and I think I still have some upstairs.
Oh shit! You know,
I never learned how to play it.
I think the saddest thing about Duel Masters is for all the monsters, they always had a big cool CGI creature. All the problem was it kind of felt like they only had like one monster per character, so they really couldn't afford that much CG creatures.
Yeah, I do remember that being the issue.
Maybe you should have fucking thought about your budget before committing to that, bud.
Yeah, this reminds me of the PS2 video game of Duel Masters. The cutscenes are animated in Flash.
Oh,
like Newgrounds level Flash anime.
Oh no,
that's awesome.
It's truly horrendous.
Oh god, that's just awful.
I think it's hilarious, actually.
But I always thought it was kind of weird how so many people, like back in the day, but probably even more so now, like complain how complicated Yu-Gi-Oh is. But for whatever reason, it was the only card game I could ever actually wrap my brain around. Like, I tried to learn how to play Magic, couldn't understand it. I only, within the last year or so, learned how to play Pokemon even competently. But for whatever reason, I understood Yu-Gi-Oh! And how it worked up until, sometime before 5D started and shit got real crazy.
What even was 5Ds? Was it just like, what did they add to it besides motorcycles?
Something called Synchro Summon that I still don't understand. Like it like once you get past like fusions and rituals and shit, I don't understand. Like that shit's confusing. Like I don't even know what's going on anymore. I don't know what a pendulum summon is. What's a V-Rains?
Pan, you should make a Loki IRL card game and have it be the most complicated shit ever.
I mean, the story's already convoluted enough, so I guess that could work.
It's accurate to the story.
Have like people need to like pick a piece of scrap paper out and like do math on it, like in order to keep track of all of the like stats and like their IRLs. Like you have the characters and their IRLs, and they like you have to sacrifice a number of power cards in order to power them up, but you have to hide your power level, and then it just keeps going and going and going.
You need to like know like low level calculus just to get
I think
started.
That's Dungeons and Dragons.
No, Dungeons and Dragons is way simpler.
Oh, damn.
I mean, it can get complicated, but yeah, D&D is like way simpler.
Also, D&D is also like not a card game; it's like a sheet game. But like, I'm talking like a card game like Yu-Gi-Oh or whatever, and you have to like have a piece of paper to keep track of like all of the stats.
I want to collect them all.
Damn. I'm not doing that. That sounds like work.
You're a coward.
That's my excuse for things.
You gotta outsource that.
But yeah, the Yu-Gi-Oh movie is it's okay.
I have not thought about it in years, and I don't even know if I should even bother watching it.
Not unless you got a real hankering from like mid 2000s anime shenanigans.
Like people talk about the Digimon and Pokemon movie, but I never heard anyone talk about Yu-Gi-Oh the movie in years.
I think
ever.
people only talk about the Digimon movie just because how horrendously awful it is.
Yeah,
It is a
so
mess.
this is just all right.
It's a mess, but it's got a banging soundtrack. I'll give it that much.
Yeah, I gotta say, by the way, going back to how complicated Yu-Gi-Oh was, me and my friends only knew how to play Yu-Gi-Oh based on the rules of the TV show. So when the show changed rules, we followed it.
Yeah, I remember doing that too.
The good thing is, by the time they got to Battle City, the rules were back to the real card game rules.
As far as you knew.
As far as I knew, yeah, but like in the first thing, like the first season, like they couldn't directly attack someone if they had no monsters out and stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was the first season was like, we don't really know what we're doing yet.
Like, I feel bad for any writers on that show because they're like, fuck, we gotta learn these rules to write for this show. Okay.
I'm gonna keep referencing the rule book while you're writing.
Ugh, that sounds
we
like a
do that, and
Do we have
Yeah.
to? Like, really?
I mean, there's a lot of like bullshit in Yu-Gi-Oh where it's like characters pull the exact card they need to get out of something, like because that's how that fucking works. Yu-Gi only loses like maybe once or twice in the entire show.
The first time he goes into a near suicidal depression.
He does.
It's funny.
And the second time, I think in the third season with the fucking Atlantis people, Yugi's soul gets stolen and like the Pharaoh guy goes into like a fucking frenzy about it. Like gets really fucking upset about it.
Yugi! No! Fuck! Ah!
That's pretty close actually.
Oh shit! Spidey just rail grinded.
I love this half commentary where it's like about Yu-Gi-Oh and the other half is about like Spider-Man.
Yeah, look, he's got his new suit, the one with the cum spider on his chest.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, yes. Oh yeah, I'm the white spider.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
for you, man. I'm proud of you.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Look, who cares about Yu-Gi-Oh anymore? You know what's cool is the art, the little card art.
No, actually, I like the mangaka's art more.
I mean, well, I'm talking about like the actual card art.
No, I know what you're talking about. I prefer like the mangaka's art personally because he has some really fucking nice art. I have this book called Dual Art, which is
I have that book too.
It's a really good book. He draws.
I love that book.
His coloring is like really nice.
Yeah, it really is. I do want to give that like that kind of a prop to Yu-Gi-Oh because again, I'm an old man. Like my wife will just go through and like, oh, what's the modern anime for this season or whatever, and just start watching stuff. And I honestly couldn't tell you telling them apart a lot of the time because I feel like the art styles are getting like too samey nowadays. Yeah, it's very homogenized, but I feel like there's no other show that looks like Yu-Gi-Oh! It has a very definite style with its monster designs, its character designs. And that's probably what attracted to me as a kid is just like nothing looks like this, and it's got monsters and shit that doesn't like all cutesy like Pokemon is.
Yeah.
It's like Pokemon is way too cutesy, and then there's like Digimon where it's like it's like kind of in that bridge territory, and then there's like Yu-Gi-Oh where it's fucking nightmare creatures.
It's hardcore.
Hell yeah. And for burgeoning middle schoolers in the early to mid 2000s, that was our jam.
Yu-Gi-Oh was the only thing that could make me look cool to my peers.
Yeah.
And that's really sad.
Oh. Gotta be the cool kids with the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Gotta summon Dark Magician and whatnot.
I'll summon Dark Magician to kill everyone at my school. Take that.
Oh god. It's got dark. Well, is there go ahead.
No, I'm good. What were you gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say, was there anything else about the movie or Yu-Gi-Oh in general to say before we wrap up the show today?
Spider-Man is the best Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Yeah.
That's probably a good summation.
Yeah. I love
I'm
that.
sure there's
Huh?
I'm sure there's like a bootleg creature that looks like vaguely like Spider-Man or some
Turkish Spider-Man specifically.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like it kind of bothered me that a lot of the art was very mixed. Like it's clear that some of the artists were completely different people.
Oh yeah. You got like these terrifying like horror creatures, and then you got cutesy anime girls.
Whoop whoop.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh man. Dark Magician Girl. Oh, I'm so horny. She's so hot.
I can't believe I imported Dark Magician Girl and traded her for some shitty cards that I don't remember.
You did that?
Yeah, but it was they're worthless now, so who gives a shit?
If it makes you feel any better, I traded the Gate Guardian and all pieces for a few shitty Elemental Hero cards.
I spent like $33 on like 6 Japanese rare cards. Like it included Red Dark Magician,
Damn.
the tube thing where he slides the tubes in and out.
The cylinders.
Some like magician things with the squares and the swords you put in. Dark Magician Girl, and I don't know what the rest were. There were 6.
You got like the whole Dark Magician setup over there.
Yeah.
And then you traded them all for a shitty card.
No, I traded Dark Magician Girl, which is so sad. Damn. Oh well, it's worthless now.
She's like, I thought you loved me, Pan-chan.
Yeah, I bet she says that to all the duelists.
There's an episode of GX where the Magician Girl becomes real and everybody wants to wank off.
Yeah, if only we could bone cartoon characters, but we don't live in that reality, do we?
It's a sad world we live in.
This is not fair. This is not fucking fair.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking horny and angry. Ah!
Damn, yeah. If only we all lived in Loki IRL. That'd be the
Oh.
dream.
If only.
You can't just keep talking about your fucking comic like it's going to be
Look.
real. It's not going to happen. It's not going to be.
You brought it up earlier about wanting for some reason.
No, I'm not. I mean, I'm not saying you can't bring it up. I'm saying you keep bringing it up as if it's going to become real.
Well, I'm sure, like, if it becomes a mainstream hit, everyone in the world will be like, "Yeah, we should bang cartoons somehow."
You just
Everybody,
gotta believe hard enough, and it'll become real.
everybody already wants to bang cartoons. Liam Neeson wants to bang Wilma Flintstone.
What? So, who says who? How? Source.
He was on a show once, and they were like, "Yeah, who do you want to bang?" He's like, "Wilma Flintstone."
Yeah.
Like,
That's such a
what cartoon? You know.
such a basic answer.
No, the basic answer would be Jessica Rabbit.
Jessica,
Yeah,
that is
that's true.
that is a pretty basic answer. You're right.
Basic bitch.
So
But,
we've had a very wide and varied conversation, mostly about wanting to bang Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I'm a little ashamed. Not gonna mince any words here.
hide your boner, damn.
I am very flaccid. Thank you very much.
Gross.
Listen, I think I can speak for everybody in this podcast when I say we are all extremely flaccid right now.
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah? That's what I fucking thought.
Whoa. But yeah, so unless you guys have anything else you wanna say tonight,
What do you have to say about Spider-Man PS4, Pan?
I like how I thought the combat would be very basic, but it's like, hey, there's actually a challenge here. That's good.
It is very challenging.
Yeah.
I need to play that at some point.
You need to. It is really good and it's really fun.
It was
I
on
have a
sale
PS4 and
for
everything.
gold members for like $20 or so.
Oh damn.
It was also on sale for the days of play, but that's long over.
I want a physical version because I'm a basic bitch.
Fucking physical versions are worthless now.
Physical media isn't dead yet, Nolan.
Yeah. Sony ain't going away anytime soon. I'm sure they'll keep the servers up forever.
Forever.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Well, there you go, guys. There was kind of a review of the Yu-Gi-Oh movie in there somewhere.
Look for it.
Look for it. It's a scavenger hunt.
This is fine. It's fine. We're fine.
Yeah, it's totally fine. Most of our episodes meander a lot. The listeners are used to it by now.
He's right, you know.
Yeah. But Nolan, thank you so much for being here, and Mr. Pan Pizza, you as well.
Yeah,
You guys are.
He is here. Shockingly.
He is here. He's here. I don't know if he's queer.
He's
but
not.
I'll get used to it. Oh, all right.
He is
Good to know.
very, very straight. Remember that one time, Pan, you fucked, wait. No, that was somebody else. Never mind.
What?
Okay.
Fucked what?
Not you. It was somebody else who fucked. They're
Jesus.
long gone now, so it's okay.
I'm
Oh,
concerned.
jeez.
No, don't be
Well,
concerned. Don't be concerned. They are where they deserve to be. It's fine.
What
In
the
hell.
fuck?
It's all right. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's fine.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for being here, and thanks everyone out there for listening. And we will catch you all again with something else next week. So till next time.
Woka 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 woka. All right.
Thanks for listening to the Ink and Paint Club podcast. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter to keep up with the show. Join our Discord to chat with us, and subscribe to our Patreon for some cool bonuses. Links are in the description. We'll see you next time.